here is Shon Hart.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So if you can, you heard a lot of stuff today, but if you can help me out, just give me some insight. What does it take to be a successful entrepreneur? What'd you say? Intelligence. Patience. Determination. You forgot? It's all good. Creativity. Failed attempts.
Yeah.
I like that. One more. Somebody give me one more. I have two more. Persistence. Say it again. Seeing things in a different way. And flexibility. I love it. I love it. Those are a lot of things that you need to be successful in the space of being an entrepreneur. But I want to come from a different angle, right? Because it's really easy, right? Because what is everybody presenting to you today? What are they presenting to you today? They're what? They're what? Their products are ideas. What else? What do they want you to do? They want you to solve their problem. That's what they want you to do. They bring you a problem, and they want you to solve their problem. When you look at doctors, the doctors who make the most money are the ones that are strategic and that are specialists at one thing versus a general practitioner versus somebody who is a neurosurgeon or whatever the case. So they're bringing you their problem. And when you are in an entrepreneur arena, when you're in that arena, you can get paid a lot of money when it comes to solving people's problems. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
What I want to propose to you is that a lot of people are very good at solving other people's problems. But what you know what they're not good at? Solving their own problems. That's where we have the biggest problem, is us solving our own problem. And we can spend or make a whole lot of bread solving other people's problems. But until we get to a place where we become honest about solving our own problems, we will not have sustainability in that arena. Let me tell you why. See, I make a lot of money, and I'm just saying this so you guys would know that I'm no different than some of you in here. That what I do for a living, and when I stand up and speak, I run a nonprofit organization, that's nonprofit. But a lot of times nonprofit does not or cannot, I'm not gonna say cannot, but a lot of times it does not provide a certain lifestyle for you and your family. Why? Because you wanna serve, you wanna help people. And a lot of times in the nonprofit arena, it's about serving, right? It's about helping other people. And so you have to depend on people donating, and you have to depend on getting grants. My children can't eat grants. My children can't eat donations. So my children, they need sustenance just like you. So what I had to do, I had to look at what do I have that will provide for me and my family. And one of the things I had to look within, and I had to start dealing with the pain. And I had to use a gift that the Creator gave me, and that gift was the gift to speak. And so when I stand up today and when I go and speak places, just like when a teacher go wherever she's going or a doctor go wherever the case, they pay me $5,000 an hour to use my gift to open my mouth. When one day when I was in school, when they was telling me to shut my mouth. So now I stand up and I can do this, right? But listen, it didn't just happen. Because I want to go back to when I asked you about how or what these individuals want you to do. They want you to solve their problem. But we can't solve their problem, ladies and gentlemen. We can help them today, but the real work, what I want you to do, if you want to go into entrepreneurship, I want you to work on you. When I was 10 years old, 10, I know it seemed like it was a long time ago, but this is important. I was 10, and me and my boy Remy, we played video games all the time. I used to whoop his tail in video games. But I remember the one day that Remy got better in this one particular video game. It was before you were even born. It was called Nintendo, and it had 2 buttons on that board. Right? It had 2 buttons on it. I don't know if you ever saw it, but it had one button was power, and the other button was a reset button. And me and him played football, and I used to whoop his tail, but I remember one day that Remy was about to beat me, and I didn't want to lose. And so you know what I did? What you say, homeboy? I hit the reset, bro. Absolutely. You already know I hit the reset button. I'm like, you didn't win. Like, let's run that back. But see, what I didn't realize is that the decision I made at 10 years old of hitting the reset, it didn't stop there. What I thought was a moment became a pattern, became a way of life. So every time something got difficult, I hit the reset button. I was blessed to play football at Michigan State University for a free ride. Came from New Jersey, free ride. Played, was doing well. They fired my coach, brought a new coach in by the name of Nick Saban. And he challenged me. He was trying to get the best out of me. He was trying to get me to reach my full potential. But you know what? I wasn't used to that because I was used to people beating me down. Why? Because I had my own personal issues. My father told me when I was 16 years old, when I wanted his validation, he looked me in my eyes when I showed him all the letters that I was receiving from these colleges. He looked me in my eyes and he said, son, you're too small. And this is the man that's supposed to speak into my life. Who's supposed to validate me. Who's supposed to say, son, you can do all things. But he told me I was too small.